Well, hello, everybody out there in social media land. We are so excited here at the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber to bring you a short treat this evening. My name is Shannon Hawkins. I'm the Vice President here at the Hispano Chamber, and we have such a great group with us this evening, and I cannot wait to share with you all of their accomplishments over the past year during this crazy pandemic year. So tonight we are celebrating the graduation of our second cohort of our AVANZAR Business Accelerator Program, sponsored and hosted by Wells Fargo and the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So welcome to everybody watching, and most importantly, welcome to the amazing group that's on the screen who we're all going to get to meet here in just a little bit. But we're going to learn a little bit more about the accelerator program, but I'd like to say the Chamber has been able to be part of this, privileged to be part of this accelerator program for 2 cohorts now. And it's exciting to see the growth. Our very first cohort is doing amazing, and I can't wait to share with you in time some of the great things that have come out of them, all very active in the community, active in the Chamber, and they're doing wonderful things. So I was just telling the group next year at this time, we're going to be showcasing them and all of their great achievements, because it is such a big deal to commit to 8 months of growing and scaling your business, and at the same time building community relations and camaraderie with your team. So we think that's really great. So to get us started, to tell us just a little bit about the program, I would like to introduce to you one of the sponsors and supporters of this program. And actually, I'd like to say a little bit of the brainchild behind this program. Mr. Joe Trimble, if you could tell us a little bit about AVANZAR and how it came to be.
Yes, thank you, Shannon, and congratulations, everyone. And hello, everyone watching us live. I am excited to share because, Shannon, I know you and I, along with learnings that we had in the community over the years that kind of brought us to today and really brought us to why AVANZAR was built. And the goal and our original objective back then was to really focus in on scalable businesses, business owners who in our community are finding these new avenues to travel down. And when we reflected and looked at all of the programming out there, we knew that there was a gap. And this program was geared towards really focusing on longevity and building businesses in a way that allowed them to truly scale out their business and take it to the next level. You can see on the screen in front of you, there were specific pieces that are, of course, a part of the program and what we look for when we enroll these businesses into the program. And there's a why behind that, because Shannon, I know for you and I, as we think about the next steps and really what we want to provide here at the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber are these means to making that business thrive. And for me, that's the most important component. So I can't believe, Shannon, that we are now 2 cohorts in from when we originally planned this first initial cohort back on that plane ride to Philadelphia for one of our national United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce national conventions. So I'll turn it back over to you.
Yes, it's amazing what happens in midair. That's all I have to say. It must be the high altitude and great collaborations and ideas. And of course, with the support of the great team at Wells Fargo and the USHCC, we want to thank them for continuing the support that they give the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber, which really in turn helps us support the small business community, which is what we're here to celebrate tonight. And so speaking of exciting stuff, I really wanted to introduce to you our current board chair of the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber to share a few words with all of you, Mr. JP Espinosa.
Thank you so much, Shannon. I appreciate you. And before we get too far down the road, I just want to give a big shout out to Joe and the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for the work that you've done. If you ever had the privilege to meet Joe Trimble, what you're going to find is a genuine, authentic man who deeply cares about our community. And so, Joe, I just want to salute you and all your efforts. Congratulations, sir. And the impact that you're making on Albuquerque and New Mexico is an indelible mark that cannot be erased, and that many more businesses will thrive because of your efforts. So thank you so much, Joe. We appreciate you. And we appreciate all our contributors. It's so What I love about the work that we're doing here at the Hispano Chamber is that we're a tapestry of ideas, efforts, hopes, and dreams. And when we come together, we're a unified voice. And what I love about the work that we do at the Chamber is we unite people under one common vision. And that vision is to see people thrive, to excel, to succeed, and to see their dreams come true. And when someone makes their dream realize, what happens, we as a collective body, we grow and we become better. And what's more important is that we're able to lay a foundation so we can give it and hand it off to the next generation that they can do greater things. And so that's really what our hope is at the Chamber, is we look at a long-term vision. And as this program unfolded, the AVANZAR program that unfolded, it allowed us to actually participate in the legacy building process of our community. So I salute every single one of our participants, because your dedication to commitment, to excellence, to pressing through the boundaries of mediocrity to do something great is an inspiration to not only the current people that live within our community, but you're giving hope and vision to those people who come behind you. And I believe that that's so important. So congratulations to each of those folks who are graduating today. And for those folks in the community, I want to let you know that who are watching live and watching this broadcast, I want to tell you that the Chamber has one core vision, and that's to help create wealth for our community. And I can't express that. It's to shatter the false beliefs that hold us down as a collective community. And this group, this organization is breaking through that wall. And so I want to encourage you to continue to participate, because we're only as strong as our contributions are. So I want to encourage everyone to participate. I want to thank Shannon. I want to thank Paco, our rest of our Chamber staff, because their tireless efforts, and I mean tireless efforts, they work around the clock. They're nonstop. It's a true dedication to our community. So thank you. I salute each and every one of you for the work that you do, and I wish you great, great success. If I and the board of directors can assist you in any way, we want you to reach out to us, because we're here to serve you. So I salute you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shannon. I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, JP. We can't wait to hear your words of inspiration, because you have that voice, that way of always saying the right thing. And you're right. You know, here at the Chamber, it's a big family, and we're excited because our membership is our family as well. And that reminds me that our president and CEO, Mr. Ernie C. Tabaka, who is unable to be with us this afternoon, really talked about AVANZAR this morning at our morning phone call or Zoom call, I guess you could say. We're in Zoom mode right now. And, you know, he said something that I thought was really exciting. And he said, you know what I love about the very first cohort of AVANZAR, and I hope to continue to see it in this second cohort, is the camaraderie that they built with each other, the way that they still stay connected, the way that they share their successes, their struggles, the way they help each other through what's happening in small business from all different industries. But they've come together and they've built a great little team together. And you know, they work really close with us here at the Chamber. So I want to say thank you to Ernie so much, and of course, the whole staff here at the Chamber that has participated and made this program what it is. And that brings me to Paco. Paco now for 2 years has been the program coordinator for this event. And it is not easy to stay on top of the participants and do all the reporting and the deliverables. And so Paco, please share with us a little bit about what it takes to make this program work. And I know you have a message for the attendees as well.
Well, I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's not that easy, but I love it. I love what we do here at the Chamber, and AVANZAR is just, it has a special place in my heart. It's a great program. It's one of my favorites. And we talked about this morning in our staff meeting, that this program is unique in the sense that it's 8 months long, and we do follow up after those 8 months. So when we started it, it was a few months after the pandemic hit. So we worried about losing that connection, the camaraderie that Ernie mentioned earlier. We were like, well, if they're just staring at a screen for 2 hours, is that going to be developed? and I can surely say that it was. I really got to know all of them, all of their businesses, and I'm sure that they did as well. I know I feel like we've all become friends. We met not just monthly, but we had weekly meetings, and we all everybody shared where they're vulnerable, their struggles, their successes, and I'm just so happy of this group. I'm so proud of them, and hopefully we can do this again next year, and they're going to be involved somehow. I'm sure of it. We always bring them back, as we're going to bring back the first cohort for our graduation. But congratulations to all of you guys, and I'm so happy for you all.
Thank you so much, Paco. And yes, I love the fact that we get to follow up, and it, part of the deliverables, and really get to share and express the excitement for these businesses in the community and continue to help them grow along the way. So thank you for mentioning that, Paco. Now, we have two really great supporters, sponsors of this program. One of them is Wells Fargo. I'd like to bring Joe back just for 1 minute. Joe, I know that Wells Fargo supports a lot of things in the community, but why is it so important to support small businesses with programs such as AVANZAR?
Yeah, and for us, it really goes back to the core of what we want to really accomplish, and that's to truly strengthen our communities. And where we feel like we can do that the most, Shannon, is by helping business owners continue to learn from insights. And we use great tools here to help do that. We have a Fargo Works resource that's a part of our wellsfargo.com small business page that gives you opportunities to build business plans, and it gives you finance information for your financials. And we have a resource center now that's giving guidance through analytical data that we're collecting. But none of that would do anything unless we can drive home the remaining 4 pillars of our priorities, which are connections, business strategy, marketing, and capital considerations. And that for us is where we feel like we can make an impact with our business owners, and where we feel like in the community, business owners still need support, helping them rally around these concepts and these ideas, and more importantly, these ways to make things and implement things back into their business. And that's what's most important. We want to build relationships with our customers, and these programs give us the insights on how to do that more effectively.
Well, thank you so much for doing that, Joe. And I also want to say from the Hispano Chamber to Wells Fargo, thank you for giving us the opportunity to not only pilot the program, but give us a second year support in this program. And I know that there's about 10 or so now around the country that are doing this program, but we hope that this is just the beginning, and that all states would be able to offer such a business development scaling program for their mid-level businesses. So thank you so much, Joe. We appreciate that so much. Paco, we also have another big supporter of this program, and that happens to be the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, who works in partnership with Wells Fargo to make programs like this and many others available to chambers such as the Hispano to be able to do this for small businesses in the community. And so one of the things that is really great, I believe we have a message and or a video from the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So Paco?
Yes, actually, our little wizard behind the screen, and pulling it up. There it is.
And we'll mute.
Hi, I'm Ramiro Cavazos, and I have the privilege of serving as the President and CEO of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm very proud today to congratulate our Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce for its tremendous positive impact in generating income for New Mexico's greater small business community. Ernie C. De Vaca, the great President CEO, we're very blessed that he represents a region of our country of other chambers, and he serves on our board of directors at the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Ernie, thank you for your great leadership. I also want to congratulate the board of directors and the staff of the Hispano Chamber. We had our 40th annual conference in Albuquerque in 2019, and it was a great event, the best one we've ever had, and we'll always be very thankful to the citizens of the state of New Mexico. And I also feel that recognition is due to Wells Fargo. Joe Trimble, you've been a great champion for the AVANZAR program. AVANZAR in English, as a Spanish word, stands for to advance, to move forward. And there's nothing better than the graduation that we're celebrating. I wish I could be with you in person, of the second cohort of the AVANZAR program that the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber started initially. And so we're very proud of Joe, of your investment and Wells Fargo's investment, the support you give the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber. And I want to thank each of the AVANZAR graduates themselves. Each of you now has a strong ecosystem. Each of you gone through a program to better enable you to be successful, to be better bankable, to be better salespeople, and to have a network and mentors by supporting one another. We know that this has been a hard time for small business in America, but Latino and Latina-owned businesses and small businesses, we are so resilient because there's nothing that anybody can throw our way that we can't overcome. Together, we are definitely stronger. So on behalf of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, our chairwoman, Alice Rodriguez, our board of directors, and our staff, thank you all very much for going through this program. Congratulations to the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Ernie, thank you for your board leadership and stewardship. And last but not least, I want to thank Brianna Dimas and Laura Sosa and Richard Garcia and our staff at the United States Hispanic Chamber for being great partners in making sure that we work as a family and as a team. Felicidades a todos y avanzar.
Well, a big thank you to Ramiro Cavazos and the whole team, Brianna, Richard, Laura, and everybody at the USHCC. We appreciate your support. Now, right before we introduce the graduates themselves, I want to reach back out to Paco. Paco, if you could just share with us a minute or so, who have been the instructors that have actually participated in some of this curriculum formation and have also been participating in really helping to train, educate, and support these businesses.
Thank you, Shannon. We actually have a couple of them here, so I'll let them introduce themselves when we come to their slide. But here you can see that this is a team effort. So we didn't have just one instructor for the whole program. We have 8 sessions, but we had 6 instructors, and they're all using in their own way, super experts in their subject matter, and we're very grateful to have them for participate in AVANZAR. One of them was Pepper Tenorio from Giant Worldwide. She was able to participate with us last year as well. And she was part of the leadership and SOPs and hiring and having your team in place for the businesses. So thank you so much to Pepper. We also had Laureen Rodriguez, who's a marketing wizard, digital marketing wizard. She was actually part of the chamber a few years ago in the convention and tourism department, if I'm not mistaken. And she followed up with other projects and started her own business, Mariposa Marketing Solutions. She became a part of the Emprendedores program a few years back, and we invited her onto the AVANZAR program, and she's been doing great. We love her. So shout out to Lorraine. And then Miss Trish Abbin herself, who's actually here with us. So I'll let her introduce herself and talk a little bit about herself and her business.
Well, as usual, any picture of me has a smirk on it. So what can I say? First, I wanted to thank the Chamber and Joe, because this is my second year doing AVANZAR, and I have a blast doing this class. And I have to say that this group in particular, I've had a really good time with, because we've followed, Pepper started doing working group get-togethers. And I think this group has been those of you that are on the Zoom call have been really great at forming a tight bond with each other. You've also been really helpful with each other. When somebody has a question, everybody jumps in with an answer, but everybody's very supportive of each other. And I think just due to the way ththings have had to work on COVID, because of COVID, I was really impressed by the working group meetings. So thank you to the participants as well, because you guys have been great. And this class really has been a blast to do. I've looked forward to it. So thank you all.
Thank you, Trish. And then next we have Mr. Joe Trimble.
I've talked a few times, so just again, big congratulations. And what I got to bring to the table was really a focus on that analytical side of it, and what is the landscape telling us, but more importantly, how do we take this information and become lendable by working with our financial institution, especially our relationship banker, to understand more about our cash flow and how we continue to pivot in this new landscape. And that's the important component, is that pivot piece right now. And I'll tell you, cash flow and understanding your cash flow, or at least forecasting cash flow, is a key component to help those pivots along this journey. So thank you, Paco, and appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe. And then last but not least, we also had Nadine and Vanessa from the UNM Parker Center for Family Business. They actually have been a part of it last year as well, with another representative of theirs. And Nadine and Vanessa's, it was the first time for AVANZAR. Actually, today we had the last session, and we jumped on the graduation right after that. So we have a little bit of Zoom lag, but we're hanging in there. So thank you so much to Nadine and Vanessa and the UNM Parker Center for Family Business. And then I'll let you give Rob a little, I don't know what he was supposed to come. Oh, you muted, but he's supposed to be here. Rob,
we'll give him a little love. We'll give him a little love. Things happen. It is the time that we live in. But Rob was a member of our first first graduating cohort for AVANZAR. And what's been really, really great about all of the businesses, the 8 businesses that you see on the screen, has been that they all have an incredible success story. Robert is no exception, expanding his business, collaborating with people all over the city and the state in great popcorn collaborations. David Valdez has opened a second location. He sits on the board in the Espanola Chamber of Commerce, and he has now a location in Espanola. Christina Davis and Carlos Davis, Trends Beauty, they opened up, purchased a beautiful building on Manal. Of course, through COVID, it's tough, but they are open and ready for you to visit them. Cervantes, Ariane Gonzalez, everybody knows the Cervantes chili line. She's been doing incredible things, and we're just so thankful to have her knowledge and her lifetime experience that she brought to this cohort last year. Louis Sanchez, Allstate Allstate Agencies, not an agent, a broker, has actually opened a second location, purchased a book of business, and is the #1 Allstate agent in the state, and also our Small Business of the Year last year. Congratulations, Selena, with Selena's Bizcochitos, doing amazing things, incredible collaborations, and her business has grown immensely, and we thank her for all of her hard work. North Bar Industries, that's Robbie Hawkes, who has solidified some government contracts, who has picked up several commercial buildings in the area. You guys are going to see really great things happening with their name all over it, and really working to grow the business, and has expanded to somewhere around 15, 17 employees now since his time with AVANZAR. And of course, Ruben Garcia, big partner here at the Chamber, doing great things, actually has spun off his business to now be JB Digital, doing digital work to really pivot with COVID. And so congratulations to Ruben, who's a big supporter and sponsor of us here at the Chamber. So this is the cohort, the very, very first cohort, who is doing big things in the community, and all amazing, very active members of the Chamber. So we're very thankful. So I think it's time, Paco, I think it's time to introduce this cohort to the community. And I hope that all of you that watch this, whether it's now or later on when you see this, that you take a second and you thank these businesses for what they're doing, for pivoting and really focusing on growing their businesses during COVID, which has been tough for everybody. And then most important, that you will patron these businesses and support them with your time and your dollars, because right now economic recovery is huge for small business. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off, Paco. I don't know what order they're in, but let's see. All right. So the first person we have Miss Marisol Brito. Marisol, while you unmute yourself, I just want to say thank you so much. Came to the chamber last year with Bahava Yoga Studio. We've had a great time getting to know her, and also another one that had to learn to pivot during COVID. And so, Marisol, please take us a minute and share.
Yes, thank you so much, Shannon and Paco, and thank you to the Chamber for such an amazing opportunity. Wow, it's been what a privilege to work with you guys and create this network of amazing people at BABA. Yes, it was a pivoting year for sure, and we've grown even as we've pivoted. And BABA Yoga Studio is a boutique yoga studio where our community learns and studies alignment-based yoga. And now we're adding fitness classes because the ever-changing world of the yoga world is evolving, even in front of our eyes. And as a lifetime member and person of Albuquerque, born and raised, it's such a privilege to be able to offer this service and continue this even through this very challenging time. And yoga is all about uniting. So I can't wait to continue to unite and create relationships with everyone I've met. It's been such a privilege, and I've been grateful for all the opportunities that it has afforded me, and I'm excited for 2021. The future is bright. And thanks again for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Marisol. And I just want to say right now, everybody needs that centering. Everybody needs that peace in their life. And if you guys are interested in working on that balance, you got to reach out to Marisol and the team at Bahava Yoga. Thank you so much. And congratulations for dedicating your time to growing your business. Paco, you're next.
Right. So next we have Best Buddies New Mexico, Nathan. As you guys know, the program is aimed for small businesses, and Best Buddies is actually a nonprofit. But we know Nathan, and we know his dedication, and we knew he was gonna take away a lot from the program. So we're happy that he joined us, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Yes, and what a joy the program was. As I'm Nathan Ryman, work as Director of State Operations and Programs with Best Buddies. Fantastic nonprofit, best job I've ever had. And to enhance the job was the knowledge and just fun that I had in this AVANZAR class. I learned to think about people we want to market as heroes. Laureen was incredible for that. Talked with Pepper about creating the kind of synergy within the house or within the business that we're trying to create in our greater community. And that was really fun, talk about strategies for doing that. Also, it was wonderful to get advice and ideas from Trish, as well as Tom and the rest of my wonderful cohort about stewardship. But it was really fun to go through this class, and I'm really grateful for all the synergies that developed over the course of the process. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nathan. We appreciate you sticking with it and hanging in there. And though it is geared towards small business, nonprofits are business, and some of them are small business. So you will definitely take some stuff away. So thank you for your continued support. Next, we have Tom Briones with Briones Business Law Consulting. Tom has a huge history with the Chamber as a past board chair, as a huge supporter of the Chamber in so many facets. And I have to tell you, Tom, it is so exciting to see you continuing to participate in Chamber programs, after so many years established in the community. So Tom, please share with us.
Well, thank you, Shannon. My name is Tom Briones. I'm the owner of Briones Business Law Consulting, a local law firm where we specialize in representing local business owners. And Shannon, it's funny you say that. Maybe the reason I keep coming back to these programs is I haven't figured anything out yet. After all this time, I'm still trying to learn and become a business owner, better business owner, and grow my business and be better at what I do to provide value to my clients. And this program was great. I loved the presenters, our teachers that taught us a lot, and also the other participants. I learned a lot talking to you guys about your businesses and how you deal with your issues, and us just brainstorming solutions for each other. I had a blast. I really enjoyed it, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. Thank you, Hispano Chamber.
Thank you so much, Tom. And I just love what Tom said about continuing to grow his business. You know, some business owners are really good at their craft, but maybe not the best. They have to learn business ownership, and that's what we're here for. And I just want to say thank you to Tom for continually supporting the chamber, but at the same time, figuring out ways to grow his business. So great lesson in that. Thank you so much, Tom. Paco?
Next, we have Mr. Byron from Tutor Doctor Albuquerque. And Byron is actually a program veteran. He completed the GSB Powered by PNM class with actually Trish was actually the expert for that class. And now he has joined Tutor Doctor to join learn a little bit more. So I'll let him introduce himself. Well, thank you, Byron.
Yeah, thank you guys so much over there at the Hispano Chamber. You know, when I first moved into the area and purchased this business, one of the very first things that I did was become a member of the Hispano Chamber. And that has proven to be a great decision on multiple levels. And specifically, you know, the class that you just mentioned and this one that we're just completing AVANZAR right now, just great tools in the toolbox, you know, that I've been able to gain and help grow my business. You know, obviously COVID, you know, when that came around, that changed things a lot. Our model had to pivot real quickly to virtual tutoring because prior to that, 95% of what we did was in-home, in-person tutoring. We're starting to do more of that again. And so that's all nice, but all that to say that these resources that were made available to us through this program at AVANZAR have been just really great. It's kind of like bookends. You know, today we just finished up with this succession and it's like my mind is going like, oh boy, there's some serious things that, you know, I need to be, you know, planning for and preparing for. And so that's something I'll be going to be working on with this whole idea of succession planning. But when I go back to the very beginning, we hit it off with a bang with Pepper's programming and the leadership models that she was describing, and learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about how I could be a better leader in my team. And so all of those things are coming together right now as I'm actually growing my team and making Tutor Doctor really a great place for families to go to when they're looking for extra help in, you know, the educating their children. And right now that's a huge thing. COVID has really upset the apple cart in terms of that. And we've been able to deliver, and I'm so thankful for the support that the Chamber has offered. We're meeting families right where they're at. We're doing it better than we ever have. We're doing it more than we ever have. And I just want to keep doing that. So thanks so much, Hispano Chamber, for Wells Fargo, for all the guys that we're in this group together, learned about you. I'm sure we'll be talking in the future more, but thanks so much for helping Tutor Doctor be the best we could be.
Thank you so much, Byron. And thank you for what you're doing in the community. Education is so tough right now. And I know just in the past few weeks, you've had a few reach outs. So we're going to continue to share what you do. Your services are much needed during this time. Next, we have Frank Holloway and Donna Salas, co-owners of Hollow Spirits Distillery, a personal, obviously, favorite place to visit in the community. But I really love how they learned to make changes and pivot during COVID and have continued to work so hard to be the best distillery in the state. Frank and Donna.
So hello, I'm Frank Holloway. This is my mom, Donna Salas. We're a family-owned business. Before we actually got on camera, my mom wanted to stay silent and me talk and then her give the okay. So I'm gonna give it to her to make her feel awkward because that's what I find funny.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. But I tell you what, this program has been awesome because, you know, you can go to school, you can learn everything there is to learn in the books, but when you talk to experts in their field and they truly have an interest in, you know, having you succeed, it is just awesome. And our fellow graduates, we learn so much from them and just appreciate all the knowledge that they shared and you know, just everything we can draw from from sharing our experiences. And of course, to Paco is just awesome, kept us on task, you know, communicating through all this COVID, which is craziness because there's just so much going on. And we have to give a big salute to Paco because you pulled it together and we so appreciate it. And of course, thanks to Wells Fargo, Joe, without a doubt, you're always there for us. And to think that the United States Hispano, you know, sponsored us in this as well is just, you know, beyond belief. So we do appreciate the Hispano, you know, everything you do. Shannon, of course, you always, you know, make sure and prod us and bring us the latest information, and we appreciate it. We really do. And we are getting ready to go to that next level. So I tell you, everything that we learned through this process is going to be so beneficial in the next month, 2 months, 6 months, you know, ahead. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything. It's a lot to learn how to work on your business rather than in your business, and to try to learn how to be an owner. It's two completely different mindsets. So thank you guys for teaching us how to do that, and then also teaching us that we always have to strive to get better. It's kind of one of those things, if you're standing still, you're basically moving backwards. So we appreciate all you guys. And I can't wait to have a drink with you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we can't wait to share in your successes that I'm sure are coming in your future. And thank you guys for everything you do and the support you give the community all the time. So congratulations again. Paco?
Yes, thank you both. Next, we have Cheryl with Peak Legal Group. And actually, she's also an alumni of the GSB program. So thank you again for coming back to another program and learning more. She's actually located on the West Side. So shout out West Side. That's where I am at. So Cheryl.
Thank you so much for having us today. I just want to say that I've enjoyed the program so much. This is my second chamber program that I've gone through. And like Byron, when I moved to Albuquerque 3 years ago, I'm originally from Roswell, practiced law there for 25 years, and then relocated my practice here in Albuquerque. I was looking for an organization that would allow me the opportunity to give back to my community, because that was always very important to me in everything that I do. But the really unique thing about the Albuquerque Chamber of Commerce is, to date, since I've been a member of the Commerce, I've just been receiving. They're constantly giving me resources and classes and support. And so it's been a great opportunity for me to make the connection with them. The great part about this particular program is, I think somebody else mentioned, we're busy every day doing our job. We're busy lawyering and brewing beer and everything that we do. And we don't always focus on creating a business for ourselves. We're so busy doing our job. And the instructors in the program, like Trish and Pepper and Joe, have really just extended themselves to us on a daily basis. All of the instructors, past their time that they presented, we were able to access them at any point for any reason, and created some very close bonds and relationships with them. I appreciate that. Having been a newbie to Albuquerque, I'm pleased that I have developed this group of friends that, you know, I hope that I can call on in the future. And I hope that nobody's going through a divorce, so nobody will need me, but maybe I could refer you to another lawyer. And I was just so pleased to be a part of the program. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. We appreciate that. And I love that we have two attorneys in the program. I mean, completely different types of law, of course, but it is great to see the camaraderie and everybody building and already going, I'll connect you, I'll pass your referral. And so thank you, Cheryl. And thank you for believing and trusting in the Hispano Chamber. We're very lucky to have you. Let's see. Next, we have, I would say the last but not least, Paco, I think is where we need to go with this one. Casey, I know you're on here somewhere. I don't see you on my screen yet, but I know you're going to unmute. Well Life ABQ. And one thing that I love about Casey is that within the first week or two of the pandemic hitting, we kind of were trying to figure out where we needed to go with the chamber. And I remember having a conversation with Casey, which led to a webinar. I remember we did something virtually for the first time, and it was just like the beginning. She was the first one with Well Life ABQ who really did an amazing job of pivoting and being able to work with her clientele in such a great way. And I just want to say congratulations to you guys for hanging in there while building a business during COVID. So Casey.
Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, we did that webinar. Gosh, it was probably one of the first ones after COVID hit, and we're all figuring out our Zoom screens and everything, but we made it work. So yeah, so I joined Hispano like right before COVID hit. I was take the next steps in business group, and then AVANZAR came along, and it was such a great fit. I can't believe it's already been 8 months since we started. I've just learned so much. Each month was a different topic, and each week we met and got to know each other on Zoom. But I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody as things start to open up. We're going to get together, and really looking forward to that. But as Shannon alluded, I'm a nurse practitioner and owner of Well Life ABQ. And it's a family practice clinic, but it's a little different, and then it provides healthcare directly to employees as an employee benefit. And so I really started the company for 2 reasons. I was really disgusted at the cost of healthcare for routine things that are actually inexpensive. And I kind of knew what was behind the curtain. And I was also sick of primary care providers like myself getting treated like the redheaded stepchild of healthcare, when arguably we're the most important relationship in most people's lives, in most people's healthcare. And so that's why I started the clinic, and I've been enjoying it. Our patients love it, and so happy to be here. And AVANZAR has been so great. I really, really liked Pepper's classes. I liked her gears. I used to be somebody that just came to work and I dove right in. I was like, hey, we need this, we need to do that. And now I take a moment to say, how are you doing? How was your weekend? And I think if I remember right, that was the second gear. And so I take that time, and it's really important. And I used to always just think that was just silly. Come on, we're here at work, let's get to work. And so that was something that's been really helpful for me and the team. And then, and Trish, I think it was last month, we talked about financial controls, and I was kind of sitting in my chair, like kind of resistant to it. There's no way I can make that work. I can't follow up on that. I can't track that. There's too many things going on. And after her class, I started to think about some ways that I could track some of my transactions that were going on. And I found some mistakes, and I was unable to fix them because they had happened too much in the past. But now I'm doing it every day, and I'm better able to catch and fix those mistakes in real time. So thank you, Trish. Trish for the win. And the other participants, oh my gosh, we learn so much from each other. I'm always into these groups of mastermind kind of setups, and we're all from different industries. So I really, really liked our weekly meetings. So again, looking forward to meeting everybody in person, and thank you.
So thank you so much, Casey, and it's a great segue to us closing up this time together. And Frank stole the words right out of my mouth, but it's such a difference when you are working on your business instead of in your business. And I love Casey's mindset where it's like, no, resist it, because we're business owners and we know it works for us and we have it all figured out. Then all of a sudden a little light goes on and says, hey, wait a minute, we might have, or that person might actually have something here. That person might actually, might make sense in some way. And so I just want to say, I think it's important that we all take the time to learn from each other. But I think most importantly, take what you've learned from all of the incredible instructors in this AVANZAR Accelerator program. Do the best you can with it. When you have questions, reach out. You have a cohort, you have instructors, you have friends here at the Chamber, you have Paco, of course, and we will always find the resources and the opportunities that you need. You're a family, you're our family here at the Chamber, and we want you to learn how to work on your business. We'll help you and we'll teach you the business ownership. You do what you do best. Like she said, whatever it may be, do what you know best. And so we just want to say thank you on behalf of Ernie Tabaka, our president and CEO, on behalf of our board of directors, and of course, Paco and the whole staff here at the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber. We're extremely proud of you. We want to say thank you to Wells Fargo and the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for continuing to support small business across the country. And from me here at the Chamber, thank you guys. I look forward to sharing your stories as they come to us. And again, we are your resource. Reach out for anybody that has questions about the Albuquerque Espanol Chamber of Commerce, or you'd like to learn more about these participants. Visit us always at our website, www.ahcnm.org. You can call us 505-842-9003, and we will direct you, we will get you connected, and we cannot wait to offer you these same opportunities. So everybody have a wonderful evening. Take a moment to celebrate your successes, and we cannot wait to see you guys in a few weeks to meet everybody in person. But in the meantime, congratulations and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Goodbye, everybody. Congratulations.
Congrats.